If one only wished to be happy, this could be easily accomplished. But we wish to be happier than other people, and this is always difficult, for we believe others to be happier than they are. Mediocrity is a handrail. Not to be loved is a misfortune, but it is an insult to be loved no longer. Virtue has need of limits. We are so blind that we know neither when to mourn, nor when to rejoice. Our mirth and our sadness are nearly always false. Useless laws weaken the necessary laws. I've never known any trouble that an hour's reading didn't assuage. If I knew of something that could serve my nation but would ruin another, I would not propose it to my prince, for I am first a man and only then a Frenchman. Because I am necessarily a man, and only accidentally am I French. I have always observed that to succeed in the world one should appear like a fool but be wise. In republican governments, men are all equal. Equal they are also in despotic governments. In the former, because they are everything. In the latter, because they are nothing. Talent is a gift which God has given us secretly, and which we reveal without perceiving it. There is no tyranny more cruel than that which is exercised within the shade of the law and with the colors of justice. At the birth of societies, it is leaders of republics who bring about the institution, and thereafter it is the institution that forms the leaders of the republic. An author is a fool who, not content with boring everyone around him during his lifetime, insists on boring generations yet to come. It is not the young people that degenerate. They are not spoiled till those of maturer age are already sunk into corruption. Every man is capable of doing good to another, but to contribute to the happiness of an entire society is to become akin to the gods. I can assure you that no kingdom has ever had as many civil wars as the kingdom of Christ. We receive 3 educations, one from our parents, one from our schoolmasters, and one from the world. The third contradicts all that the first 2 teach us. A truly virtuous man would come to the aid of the most distant stranger as quickly as to his own friend. If men were perfectly virtuous, they wouldn't have friends. Solemnity is the shield of idiots. Nothing is a greater obstacle to our progress in knowledge than a bad performance of a celebrated author. Because, before we instruct, we must begin with undeceiving. Political liberty exists only when there is no abuse of power. One more organ or one less in our body would give us a different intelligence. In fact, all the established laws as to why our body is a certain way would be different if our body were not that way. With truths of a certain kind, it is not enough to make them appear convincing. One must also make them felt. Of such kind are moral truths. Religion cannot be successfully attacked by filling men's souls with fear, for it is at just this time that religion matters most to them. A man who writes well writes not as others write, but as he himself writes. It is often in speaking badly that he speaks well. When the laws have ceased to be executed, As this can only come from the corruption of the republic, the state is already lost. Very good laws may be ill-timed. The success of most things depends upon knowing how long it will take to succeed. Countries are well cultivated, not as they are fertile, but as they are free. The history of commerce is that of the communication of the people. Knowledge makes men gentle. Reason leads to humanity, but prejudices can only eradicate both these dispositions. Government is like everything else in this world. If it is to be preserved, it must first be loved. Nature, in her wisdom, seems to have arranged it so that men's stupidity should be ephemeral, and books make them immortal. A fool ought to be content having exacerbated everyone around him, but he insists tormenting future generations. A nation may lose its liberties in a day and not miss them in a century. When women feel, as they lose their attractiveness, that their end is coming in advance, they would like to go backwards to youth again. How could they possibly not attempt to deceive other people? They make every effort to deceive themselves, and to escape from the most distressing thought we can have. Servitude is always preceded by sleep. What unhappy beings men are! They constantly waver between false hopes and silly fears, and instead of relying on reason they create monsters to frighten themselves with, and phantoms which lead them astray. Zeal for the advancement of religion is different from a due attachment to it, and that in order to love it and fulfill its behests, it is not necessary to hate and persecute those who are opposed to it. If the triangles made a god, they would give him 3 sides. A conqueror, I say, can change the course of everything, and muffled tyranny is the first thing which is liable to violence.